No matter how the stock market does.
Hey, my Legion, how y'all doing today? I'm going to turn this down. They're showing a little bit of American Ninja Warrior because the pay-per-view ended 15 minutes early. But usually it goes over. It never ends early. And this was the Battleground pay-per-view from WWE. I'm going to go ahead and tell the big news first because I'll be part of my title. During the Seth Rollins Brock Lesnar match, it just went through the motions, and then all of a sudden the lights went out and you heard the Undertaker's ominous music. The gong, boom, boom, boom. And the Undertaker came back and got some revenge on Brock Lesnar because Brock Lesnar beat the streak, and Paul Heyman wouldn't let anyone forget about it. And the Undertaker was able to beat the crap out of Brock Lesnar for at least 3, 4, 5 minutes. And the Undertaker looked pretty good. He gave him some tombstone powder, at least 2. And then he went like this, and then he left and went like this. And then they ended it 15 minutes early. Now, aside from that, that was the big news. Undertaker got revenge on Brock Lesnar. That was the biggest news of this pay-per-view. Aside from that, it was, even people were saying it was boring and lame. Nick DiCarlo, I think he mentioned it was lame even by WWE standards, so I'm going to give him a copy of my review. A lot of people didn't like the pay-per-view, and I'll give you a whole rundown of the whole thing. The biggest thing with The Undertaker coming out, then people were saying it was a stupid ending. It was, or my friend Tony said it was a weird ending, but he liked it. I kind of liked the ending too. At least something happened throughout this whole pay-per-view. And first of all, it started out with R-Truth, King R-Truth versus King Barrett to see who the true king is. And like I said, they pretty much ruined the whole King of the Ring thing because King Barrett was a King of the Ring, and then he got beat by R-Truth like about 3 or 4 times. If he got beat once, maybe, but he got beat a lot of times. And that really hurts the King of the Ring, him getting beat up with R-Truth, and R-Truth comes out with like the toilet plunger, the scepter, and a little ratty ass cape and a thing. I mean, it wasn't funny. He's not funny. It's just kind of annoying. And then they did the match, and I was hoping R-Truth wouldn't win, but thankfully Wade Barrett won. So they did that justice. Sorry, I had to fart. But the thing that sucked is right during the middle of the match they went for a commercial break. That's really insulting during a pay-per-view. You're really insulting your audience. And like I said, they really kind of ruined the King of the Ring thing with what they've been doing, like pre-show and stuff. And then the first match was Sheamus and Randy Orton, and people are saying, is this just a match from Raw? And pretty much it was. Very, very average. Second match was, the second match pay-per-view. The pre-show match was R-Truth and Wade Barrett. Then they had the pay-per-view, and then they had Randy Orton and Sheamus, which was pretty lame. Then they had New Day versus Primetime Players, and I don't give 2 craps about that match. That was lame, and nothing really special happened, except Titus O'Neil gave this guy a really heavy chop. That's pretty much about it. Pretty much you've seen all these matches before in Raw, and the matches don't look much different than before. I'm going to turn this up a little bit. I'm watching the news right now with Lisa Adams. I grew up watching Lisa Adams as a kid. She's been one of the longest news anchors. She does the weekend stuff. Well, anyways, that match was on, and it was... and then... I don't know. I think they had Wade Barrett. I mean, not Wade Barrett. Roman Reigns and... God, what the hell? That one guy, Christ, I can't remember. God, my name. Roman Reigns and Bray Wyatt. God, my brain. Because I'm worried. I gotta try to get things wrapped up till I get to bed for work. That match just looked like something from Raw, and then Roman Reigns. He must have gotten really tired early because he was moving slower than hell. and people were booing him, and they were talking back and forth a lot. I mean, a lot. You could really tell. And people were saying, why don't they shut the F up? Because there's a chat right there, and they're saying how blown up Roman Reigns was, and people started booing Roman Reigns big time and cheering Bray Wyatt. And I think Bray Wyatt won. I think he did. I can't remember. It don't matter. It was lame anyways. And then next with the Divas match, where they hyped up Divas match was okay with a triple threat. They were going to have Nikki Bella in there, but they decided to have Brie Bella come in instead. And then decided it was Charlotte and Sasha Banks wrestling, and it was okay, but that Brie Bella really screwed up the whole thing. She really she half-assed the whole match, and then there was a cool ending submission move from Charlotte. Charlotte's, I mean, they're all pretty decent looking, but she won, and it was okay. Oh, they're having the blessings of the bike now for Roar and Shore, which they're going to go to. Then they had the John Cena, Kevin Owens match, and it was, people were saying that was the best match. It was okay. It was still average. Oh, and the end of the Divas match, they did like 3 or 4 or 5 dives out of the ring, and they ever catch them. I'm getting so tired of that, and they're saying, like, how many suicide dives did you see this year? And I wrote down about 1,000. And they do it like once or twice, and it's just lame. They run out of ideas. The John Cena Kevin Owens match was all right. I might give that a little higher, maybe 5 out of 10, maybe. And then after that, I think Miz came out. Well, they were talking about what's his face getting hurt, Ryback, and he was going to be gone for a while. And they had the Miz come out. He was talking. He was saying the same shit. He said, when mouth goes up, hand goes up, your mouth goes shut. And then Big Show came out and punched him. He went like this. And it was clearly not even touching him. And that was like, people were saying, what the F was that? And he says, complete waste of time. I said, time filler. Then they had more commercials. Oh, and also, after that Wade Barrett R-Truth match, they had Paul Heyman asking questions. I submitted a really good question, and of course they didn't answer. They only asked 3 questions, and it was like real things like, how many suplexes did you think, real lame softball questions. But the question I put was, do you think ECW will ever come back again? That's a good question. But of course mine didn't get read, but I mean, that's a long shot anyways. Going back, like I said, that thing was a waste of time with Big Show and Miz. I mean, Big Show didn't even try to even connect with him. And at least the Miz sold it. He wore some really stupid sweater thing. And then after that was Seth Rollins and Brock Lesnar. And basically it was just the same typical match. And then Seth Rollins runs out of the ring, and then Brock Lesnar was fast as hell catching him. They did that on Raw. And then the only thing good was Undertaker coming out, and then, you know, he came out for 5 minutes, and then ended the pay-per-view 15 minutes early. But basically all these matches was stuff you've seen on Raw. And people are saying, F the WWE, and people are saying WWE's running out of ideas. I think there's just so much oversaturation. It's not the wrestler's fault. They just kind of burn out, and there's no new ideas coming in. That Divas thing with a shot in the arm on Raw, but they kind of screwed it up because Brie Bella half-assed the whole thing. They screwed that up. And they had JoJo on there interviewing people, and she's really short. I mean, compared to, she looked like a dwarf compared to like Stephanie McMahon and stuff like that. But it was a very lame pay-per-view. Well, at least Brock Lesnar tried to make it, bring some life to it, but I mean, it was just the same shit they did on Raw. All these matches looked like you were watching an episode of Raw, except for the Undertaker coming out and getting some revenge on Brock Lesnar at the end. That was good. But aside from that, it was really lame. I'd probably give that, because Undertaker came out, I'll probably give that a 3.5 out of 10. It was a real disappointment. Now, last pay-per-view, I did the predictions video for Money in the Bank. I didn't do the pay-per-view because my dad passed away.
that state police
the night before, and my heart wasn't into doing a pay. I did a predictions video though. Now, I didn't do a predictions video for this one, but I'm doing a review of the pay-per-view though. And even my dad would say he hated it. He would have, if he was alive to see it, my dad probably would have said it was lame. He probably would give it a 1 or 0 out of it. He probably would give it a 1 out of 10. I give it 3.5 out of 10. But I wanted to thank my friend Tony, as always, for hooking me up, and he's going to hook me up with a great thumbnail too. So I just wish it would have been better. But what can you do? Until next time, everybody, please take care of my Legion. Very lame pay-per-view. People are saying it's lame even by WWE standards. Let me see what Nick DiCarlo was saying. Okay, Nick. Okay, Nick DiCarlo said, yeah.
And to the neighborhood, several elected officials joined in the march. Family members of the attack on that military
it just was lame. I can't say anything else good about it. And I love wrestling, but it just was lame. Till next time, take care of my Legion. And thank you again, Tony Talant. Like I said, my dad would have gave this a 1 out of 10. I'm giving it a 3.5. I gotta get ready for work.
Are you currently getting
I might do a thing of the top 3 box office if they have it on the news. If not, I don't know. All right. Or I might do that before this video. All right. Take care, everybody.